This call is now being transcribed. This call is now being recorded.
I welcome everybody back to this class. In this class, I'll be speaking to method of measuring heat production and net energy. In the previous classes, I spoke to partitioning of different energies into different components. I spoke to metabolism of energy. I spoke to how energy-based diet undergo metabolism and to produce glucose. I spoke about glycolysis, glycogenolysis, gluconeogenesis. I spoke about measurement of energy. I spoke about conservation of energy. Because law of physics says energy cannot be created nor destroyed, but can be transformed from one form to another. That is conservation of energy. So I spoke to various partitioning of energy into components. Now I want to, and I spoke to net energy. In the previous class, I spoke about net energy. Net energy is the actual measurement of nutritional value, energy value of an energy-based diet. In a manner that nutritional value is equal to metabolizable energy minus its increment. What are its increment? Its increment is the energy dissipated during inefficient transformation of one form of energy to another. And net energy is the actual form of, is an energy that actually tells the energy value of an energy diet, that the value and energy source, energy diet is bringing, contributing into production. And it's 100% efficient way to measure the value, energy value of an energy-based diet. Now, how do we measure this heat energy and net energy? By respiratory chamber method. Respiratory chamber is expensive method and is limited. It's very expensive and is limited. To determine net energy and the heat increment or net energy, is to determine net energy or its increment is not an easy task. Measuring its increment requires a whole animal, a calorimeter, meaning that is a respiratory chamber. This equipment is very expensive and limited. Therefore, net energy values can be measured, are limited to be measured. The measurement is limited in large animals. So total heat production can be measured directly or indirectly, but by one method. Calorimetry method, direct calorimetry method, and indirect calorimetry method. And the next method is comparative slaughter techniques. These are alternative method to measure net energy, its production energy, and the heat increment. Calorimetry method, if it is direct, there is a chamber, a bump chamber, a gas chamber, or a bump chamber that has water. And that chamber where we'll be burning the energy source. So, like I said earlier on, the higher the energy, the heat energy and energy source the diet is producing, the more temperature it will produce. This temperature will react with water and create humidity. So the higher the temperature of the water, or the higher the humidity, the higher humidity tells higher heat energy dissipation. Higher humidity tells higher heat energy, heat combustion. So the more the heat is being generated, then the higher the humidity. So the humidity level is equivalent to the heat energy generated from the combustion. That direct energy, direct measurement of heat energy. The indirect method involve measurement by oxidation, just by oxidation of the energy-based diet, organic oxidation. So this is I'm speaking to indirect energy. That is indirect energy. Sensible heat loss is measured as rising temperature. As temperature is rising, so there is proportional relationship as the heat combustion is as the combustion is increasing, the volume of heat generated is increasing, temperature increases, humidity increases. So there is proportional relationship between them. So the measurement of rising temperature determines this equivalent quantum of heat energy that has been produced, and the volume of heat generated is equivalent to the volume of energy inherent in that energy materials. So evaporative loss can be determined by the increase in humidity of ventilating air. The equipment is used for trials, but it is costly. It is costly and very limited. Indirect calorimetry. Indirect calorimetry, on the other hand, is based on principle of metabolic heat production, based on oxidation. We measure it based on oxidation of organic compound, the energy-based diet. It is what? It is based on oxidation of the organic material, which is energy diet, energy-based diet. Oxidation of, so that is indirect method. So thus the heat production can be calculated. The heat production can be calculated from amount of oxygen consumed for the carbon dioxide released. So the quantity of oxygen consumed by the organic materials during combustion is equivalent to the carbon dioxide generated. And you know